think of what to call this topic. Coming to you 1600 hours, 42 minutes, Thursday, May 9th, 2019. I had to come up with different ideas, then it finally hit me. I'm going to call this topic Poisoning the Womb. The reason why you see me write the word womb is W-O-M-B-A-N for woman, womb, and womb with W-O-M-B-E-N because more than one. If you understand language and linguistics and semantics and etymology and origin and where it derived from, language, which language, you will understand the original word was with. Women, it meant with meant woman servant. Man mean human being. So what women said, it was vulgar and it was disgusting to call them whiffs because they didn't want the word. You can do this information yourself, but I'm going to educate some of the women that do peer in, that's more peer in to discredit me and to talk down on me. And I don't really get a comment back because they can't say nothing. Because I'm not out here attacking them. I'm out there giving them truth. But I'm not going to use a statistic as a lot of those other women that they stand for, but they does the opposite. See, that's why I say I am truth. I am resolve resolution. Because I have to take my understanding and correlate it to my life first. This is going to sound very angry. No, I'm not going to sound angry. I have to correlate what I say to my life first. You know why? Because I'm the first person that understands me. If I don't believe it and trust in it, I can't do it. So you're telling me women will follow a woman that supposed to be believing and trusting and knowing and wanting and for all the things she wants. She has it in the palm of her hand. She opens up her eyes every day and she has what everyone has. But guess what? She's so ungrateful for what she has. How is that possible? Don't compare a man to a woman. Don't compare when a man does something and a woman do it. We are two opposite sex. Because before you didn't want to be called a whiff. A woman servant. You want to be known as a whiff man. So a woman, that's a human being. So they just said, well, if it's called man, let's call her woman. So a woman, that's a human being. Now we don't have to say the whole meaning. Now it just means woman. And she's part of the man. So they created the Adam and Eve, the rib. We asked this question first that we never actually engage in anymore. What come first? The chicken or the egg? If the chicken come before the egg. So if you're telling me man came first, that means the man is the egg and the woman is the chicken. So the egg came before the chicken, and don't the egg have to come out the chicken? So however this story goes, it don't even sound right. Because why would a woman that holds the womb come out of a man from a rib? I don't care how many parables, how many phrases or creative ways you can say a man you came from the man rib. That's, to me, that's a bunch of BS. That's BS all day. You cannot trick me and tell me that if you're going to ask me what come first and then tell me the person, the being that come first is the man, the woman supposed to be second out of his rib. How is that possible? But then when you read it, man and woman was already here at the same time. That didn't make sense. But okay, because I don't know how you read documents and doctrinations. Maybe you only comprehend based on how they tell you to read. So this is the open topic of how we are allowing society to dictate the poisoning of our woman's womb. I know why. I thought it was because women was getting perms and the chemicals from the perm was seeping into her brain. Then I realized a lot of women don't even do their own studying and research. When they get to us, when you study and research, you're not supposed to stop at that. You're supposed to keep going. You don't study and research just to say someone is wrong. You study and research to find out what? Knowledge, to what? Educate yourself. Could go out and to know. But why do we stop at that part, women? And for a man to just abide by a woman's theory, well, if a woman's theory is only predicated to only researching now and have so much information, don't you think you would go out and go do a little bit more? But if we're going to use math, because statistics is math, just as a graph is, wouldn't the statistics be off all around for no matter? So if 70% of African descendant men in America get married to African descendant women, but that's only at the rate of every 1,000 African descendant person get married, man and woman. And if women have a 64% of not getting married, do we not think that the 50% of other men that are African descendant, they don't get married either? And if at the rate, if black men, African descendant men supposedly, I'm going to stop saying black now, African descendant men supposedly marry, intermingle, interracialize out of their race to marry 24% out of the 12% out of the what makeup of, if we use 33% as 100%, that's only 24, and the women's are increasingly rising. So the women now at 18%, and the new Census Bureau will predicate that in 2020. The new census will be coming out in 2020. Look out on for that, and you're going to see that if we're going to use same rates, and if since our African descendant women don't use the same rates for other races, that other race of men, well, if they do it at the same rate and we do it at the same rate, do it not make it that we're both all doing it the same? So if we're going to justify wrong, then you are the poison. So what I say unto one, I say unto all, is your path, is your journey, is your choice, choose wisely. See, I think beyond and farther than the average person, because you're not going to tell me I'm a bad person when I've done nothing to no one. And why the people that's telling people they're bad people, just like I would ask a man that say, well, you're not married because you don't have faith. Faith in what? I have faith in me and my creator. You believe in God, which I explain what God means. So and you believing and trusting in that woman who only use tactics and emotions to validate her excuses, because she's not holding herself accountable or responsible for who she are or who she is. But if you're going to follow along, a grateful woman will indoctrinate, pass down, traditionally taught, breed, foster, and nurture poison to her daughter. And her daughter and my nephew and my male cousins are saying before it used to be no more, there was no solid black men. But now I say there's no good, now I'm going to use usually quote unquote, there's no good black women. Where art thou black women at? And the ones that's calling themselves so good, they're laying down with the men that are creating a child that don't want children because they're not taking care of them. But they're steady. That's the destruction of our people. Selah.